The real insanity, though, is that the entire Succession War arc is likely just a setup for a much bigger story to come.
Likely.
Jesus.
You're just speculating. And what happens if you don't get it? Oh, it subverted your expectations.
And
so
it wins either way.
And so it good.
And it went, a hundo.
It can't lose. Hunter x Hunter can't lose. Like, dude. Either you got what you want and it's amazing because the setup was there, or you don't get what you expected and it's amazing because it subverted you once again.
If we don't get Akainu versus Luffy and Blackbeard versus Luffy, it's gonna be trash.
Tragedy. It's gonna
if it just the next One Piece chapter opens up with Akainu falls into water and dies, that would be the worst thing.
I don't even need Akka. I will take Sabo versus him.
Yeah, I'll take that.
I just want somebody of Luffy's family to get their comeuppance on Akka.
I don't want to be subverted. Whatever subversion Oda may do would be trash.
See, this is the problem. Subversion can lead to disappointment. Because you expected something, you don't get it. And if the thing that you didn't get, the thing that you did get, isn't good in your eyes, then you are simply disappointed. If Sanji beat Akka, disappointed.
That's not his fight.
That's not his fight.
If Kizaru turns around like, I was actually a pirate the whole time and shoots him in the heart, no. We don't want that. But then there will be people going, subversion of expectations, so good. Didn't expect it. Yeah, but sometimes we want what we want. If I order a pizza and they open up the pizza box and instead of the pizza it's $100, I'd be like, oh, that's great, but I'm hungry.
Where's my pizza?
Where's my pizza? This is better than the thing that I wanted, but it's not what I wanted in this moment. And I didn't get what I wanted, and I'm hungry.
Towards the end point of Hunter x Hunter's anime, it's revealed that everything that happened so far has all taken place on a small collection of island nations, encompassed by a vast sea, on the horizon of which lies a colossal forbidden land.
Yeah, who cares?
But now this just sounds like One Piece.
This sounds like Dragon Ball.
You know what? That's way better. Yes, Dragon Ball, but focused on other characters at times.
Because I will always say this: Dragon Ball is terrible because they went Kami is God, but actually there's King Yama who's above him. Look how Kami is cowering in front of him, but actually King Kai is the guy who trained King Yama, and he's super strong. But actually, he's actually one of 4 Kais, and there's somebody who towers over them. But there's also somebody that towers over them, and there's 4 people that towers over them. And then there's one person that towers over all 4 of them, and then there's the old Kai. But then there's also Whis and Beerus. But then they're also only one of the 8 gods. And you just pull back further and further and further and further. Now we got 9 destruction gods in 9 different universes when this one dude on this tower was God.
That's all out the window.
And that's all out the window.
See, this is the difference, because One Piece from day one was just like the grand line. You already know there's a whole different type of world out there. That's a way stronger sea. From essentially day 3, we knew this. This is just like, this is a small thing of island, but here's this, and now here's this.
It's like,
and
okay,
what does it mean in the grand scheme of things?
What does it do for the story? Is Gon interested in it? Killua, Kurapika, Leorio, are they interested in it?
Does it matter to them? So why does it matter to us?
We sit down and just go, there are 7 super strong pirates. You know that if Luffy is to become a strong pirate, he's going to go up against those pirates one day.
And he doesn't even go up against all of them.
But up until this point, none of this stuff has influenced the story from what we could tell. Unless, like, the Chimera ants came from there. But outside of that, Ninja Guy doesn't care about this.
As far as we know.
As far as...
as the Dark Continent, any voyage to which...
But now they're just going that way. So now you've pulled it back 2 times. You pulled it back. You went, this is the islands. Oh, but there's this hard world, and then there's a dark continent behind that hard world. You skip the hard world just to get to the final plateau. It's like going from East Blue to Red Line.
Yeah, it's...
has either been unsuccessful or, for the few that returned, brought a great and terrible calamity to the human race. And the entire Succession War arc I just talked about is all taking place on a giant vessel holding all our characters and factions on a voyage to the Dark Continent. And the thought of what could be waiting there, or even who is going to survive to see it, is so exciting.
Pause.
But all...
What does it do for the story? It's a land of fire. Okay. It's a land of super strong beasts. Okay. It's a land of chimera ants. Okay. Are they coming over to take over all what we know and like? It doesn't seem like it.
This seems very much like how Star Wars fans felt about the teaser trailer for The Force Awakens. It's a bunch of stuff that you don't know, and that's exciting because it can be literally anything.
Yeah. I don't care. I don't care about the super unknown.
Yes, no, I need stuff to get hype about, and I need something of a known quantity for that.
Something vital for Hunter x Hunter. A new horizon for these characters. And I think the fact that Togashi has managed to recapture that sense of wonder so late in the series' run is incredible.
Pause. Show me why Leorio should care. Show me why Gon should care. Outside of his father cares.
And the way he's showing the sense of wonder is just going, let's go to a new place. Is that all it is? Because that's all One Piece does. Naruto did it, and it's just like, why the do I care about the Sand Village? Why don't I care about that place where Jiraiya fought Pain? That whole area. Why would I care about the Sound Village? But the wonder, because you see new lands.
No. Mm-mm.
I didn't give a about Bleach's sanity. I don't care about Hueco Mundo.
It's just a big place.
Yeah. The wonder, though. No.
Who gives a shit?
It's a new land. I didn't feel wonder when they went to the Dark Tournament. But it's a fantastic arc.
I felt wonder when we went to Whole Cake. Because that's like intrinsic to the Big Mom character.
And it's so whimsical.
Yes.
It's so whimsical.
But you look at that and you just go, Big Mom is this big baby lady. What's her island gonna be like? How does she rule? And you just go, she takes people's souls and she has freaking gumdrop buildings and and freaking graham cracker bridges. And you go, yes, of course she does.
And singing candy flowers.
Of course she does.
Why wouldn't she?
But then you just, well, here's Hunter x Hunter and their island of dragons. Great.
Also, what I kind of love about this series, you have all these different characters divided by their individual goals and motivations, but driven by the same desire to move forward.
Every shonen in history ever?
Yep.
Soul Eater?
Yep. Is Kurapika's motivation to move forward? He wants the eyes. He wants his clan's eyes. So much so that he stagnates his ability.
Except it opened up, I think. because now he can use it against other people.
I hope not.
I'm almost certain that he opened that ability up and he could use it against other people. Now, am I certain about that, or is that a dream?
I hope that's a dream.
I don't have my phone
because that's cheeks.
I don't, because I'm almost certain I saw something about it, but again, I could have just been dreaming.
Yeah, but it's plausible.
It's absolutely plausible because Hunter x Hunter's rule set keeps swimming and changing and quote unquote evolving.
Not everyone is moving forward. What did Kite do to move forward?
Became a little girl.
That's the problem with all-encompassing words. The moment that you just go, "What about this thing?" You've invalidated everything that you said.
I have a video I'm going to make at some point about nitpicking versus valid criticism. And if somebody goes, "Why is such and such this?" and you go, "What does it matter?" That's a nitpick. Because in the grand scheme of things, like the why is Luke drinking milk on that island? What does it matter? Mm-hmm. Okay, there's no response to that. But if you go, why can Leia fly? Well, what does it matter? Because it breaks rules of the Force and her character. Because we don't see a lot of her doing a lot of Force stuff. That's a valid question. Why is he drinking milk? What does it matter?
Yeah,
well,
it's like
you
problems
haven't seen
to
it.
you versus problems to the universe.
And I feel like that's very much what this is. Like, it's like he sees things in the universe he sees. And it's just like, this is amazing. But he doesn't look at any other part of that universe. Or other universes. Every shonen does exactly what he just said.
When they were entering the Grand Line, they all put their foot on the barrel and said, "Find the all blue, Pirate King, best swordsman in the world, moving forward.
Map of the world, want to be a brave warrior of the sea."
To the point where Jinbei joins and we go, what does he want?
He wants to make Luffy the Pirate King. Well, all the Straw Hats want that, but they also have their own goal. I don't.
Same desire to move forward, even if it's towards something potentially horrific and terrible. Journeys.
Shonen. Fire Force. Spoilers for Fire Force. The main character loses his little brother and his mother when he was a kid to this fire demon. It's like a B-class fire demon or whatever. Turns out the fire demon was his mom, and the kid, it was all so they can get the kid. So the kid grows up and he becomes like the leader of this enemy troop. And what was his initial point? Because I was making a point about this.
They move forward even in the darkness.
Oh yeah, okay. So the darkness. So the main character just goes, "I don't care what I have to do. I'm going to break through to you." So every time he sees him, he goes, "Hey, little bro, what's up?" You know, we're playing tag now, and they're literally fighting. It's just like, tag, you're it. Because he can't touch him at all. The little kid is beating the absolute shit out of him. And he's like, that's not how you play the game. So he's just fighting, and hits him, and it's just like, you're it. Now you got to tag me back. And he's just trying to break through to him. Even in the face of death. Because the kid is trying to kill him. But he wants his little brother back. Mm-hmm. Moving forward in the face of calamity.
Nothing's Can we talk about Bunny Girl in My Hero for a second?
Oh my gosh, she's the best!
I don't know how far you are.
I read the latest chapter.
Okay, good. I haven't. The last chapter that I read, she had gotten her leg ripped off, and she had gotten all this. Her arm was gone, and she's still just like, get that muff.
Yep, that's
and she's chapter. Just moving forward, and she
the mission. And get him.
And she's like, whatever we do, we gotta stop him from getting. And she's got all these spikes in her and all that, and she's just moving. She's legit the best.
She can't die.
It's ridiculous. She needs to get her a robot arm and a robot leg and get back out there.
Right back on the street.
She can't stop being a hero. Somebody needs to intern with her. I love her so much.
Dude, she's amazing. So yeah, she's just moving forward. Hey, number one hero now.
Endeavor.
Even Endeavor's just moving forward. He's moving forward in his personal and professional life. He's moving forward. He's separated himself from his family, Calamity, just to save his family.
Just because, like, you guys are uncomfortable around me.
So you all can be a family, and I'm going to move elsewhere. Bring your mother back. You all can be a family, and maybe one day I'll get invited in. But if I don't, it's absolutely cool.
JoJo Part 1. Dio's ripping people's heads off with fingers. And making vampires. And walking up walls. And lifting buildings and crap. And Jonathan, weak human that he is, broken arm and all that, still just like, I'ma fight you. Here is the part where we die together.
As much as we dog on part 5, they go, the boss is literally unbeatable. You know what he does to traitors. You can follow us if you want, but if you don't, it's cool. And they all went, well, except Fugo.
Not all.
All except Fugo went, we're going with you, Bruno, no matter what happens to us.
Dragon Ball. We could wish away all these androids and it would be no problem. Nope, even though they killed us all in the future, we still want to fight them.
That's stupidly moving forward to Calamity.
How many things do we have to point to and go?
They went to Soul Society like, you guys cannot beat these captains. Don't care, we're getting Rukia back. And what happens, happens. Do we have to keep going with all these shonen?
Every single time. Toguro was using 10% of his power. He flexed like up to 40 and used his britches.
He saw the muscles and just went,
and they still went to that tournament.
Horrific. Journeys rarely conclude how characters expect in Hunter x Hunter. Sometimes the revenge you spent your whole life trying to achieve ends up being just as hollow as you feared it would be. Maybe
then it turned out how he expected.
Yep. I mean, revenge is funny that way.
Revenge is a terrible motivator, but an awful end goal.
Because you kill those people and you just go, yeah, and then what's next?
You spent every ounce of your being into this hatred and revenge.
Now you've got a useless power.
And now you can't, you're just stuck there looking, just going, what is next for me? I gave up everything. I gave up who I was and what I wanted to do for this one thing, and now I have this one thing, and now what? Gon found his dad, but he can still go on adventures because he likes adventuring. He likes seeing all the new areas.
But now he really doesn't have a goal or motivation or anything.
But he can still be happy in his thing because his goal wasn't revenge or anger or anything. Kurapika is stuck. Leorio can become a doctor, fix his friend, and then he can still just be like, okay, I like being a doctor, and that's what I am now.
the father figure you've spent years pursuing turns out to be more concerned with his own journey than he ever was with you.
He made a game for him to test his strength. That's factually what happened.
On top of that, he left Gon, so Gon knows that he's just like... The whole thing with Gon was, I want to be a hunter because being a hunter must be great if you're willing to leave your family behind for it. So he goes to search his dad to find the answer of being a hunter. And his dad's just like, yeah, you're my kid, but here's all the adventures I went on and I'm going to go on more. And the Gon just goes, oh.
And now he's on the Dark Continent.
The person you put all your hope into and just wish to stay beside ends up being just as capable of evil as the family you ran away from.
Pause. Or you, yourself. Because let's not forget, people bumped into him and he just ripped them to shreds.
And how evil was what Gon did? Like, what is the evil there? It's absolutely a heinous act, but I don't think it's evil to beat the out of the ant that killed somebody in front of you. Well, ripped off the arm in front of you, but you know they killed him.
Yeah, and especially since that ant could and very well wants to control a lot of people. Because it's just like Pedo puppets them into the place that they need to go in order to be transformed into ants. So yeah, stopping this is a bad thing, and the way that they did it was bad, but net positive.
And now, Killua has his sister.
Yeah.
And now
that's how you reconnected with your sister.
And now you're just traveling the world with your sister. Enjoying life. The journey turned out better than he could have possibly hoped for because he had no end goal anyway. Now he has his sister back. She's in the best place she's ever been in her life.
Gon's back to normal. And Chimera ants are dead.
The family's not hunting him right now.
He found his dad.
Oh, but there's one moment he was real dark.
Life's hard in Hunter x Hunter. Things waiting at the end of those journeys are rarely what our characters hope for. And it can be cruel and painful, injecting a palpable sense of strife into this world of hope and wonder.
Hey, you know what Luffy wanted to do? Save his brother.
Didn't happen.
Did not happen. Hey, you know how many sports manga and anime end with the characters losing the final match? Slam dunk, they beat the best team in the tournament, and then they were so worn out from that, they went on and lost in the next round. Main character's back is all f***ed up, and he has to go to this island for rehab. But hey, everybody's happy. Everybody's happy. Did not end up the way they wanted. They wanted to win that tournament, but they did not. I can't give spoilers for Ippo.
I already know about the brain damage thing.
Yeah, okay.
That's another thing where I've made fun of that for so long. And now every time they're just like, Ippo, you gotta take care of yourself. I'm like, yeah, Ippo, you gotta live a long, healthy life. And I made fun of it like, oh no, my brain for so long. Now I'm just like, oh man.
You're seeing all these punches he taking, and all the time his eyes gloss over. It's like, is this it?
One of the worst fights in all of Ippo was against Date, because he just completely gone all throughout the other fights. You're just in his mind, just like, I have to do this. How is my punches not reaching him? But he's just gone, and I'm like, I don't like this at all.
You finished that fight?
Date?
Yeah.
The first? Yeah, wait, that's like
that's
first.
the one where he lost, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
the first tournament arc.
So it's just like he gets that punch in the chest, and then
he's just gone, and I'm like, I don't want this. He's just like, I'm fighting on pure instinct, and that's like, yeah, get him, Ippo. He's not. I'm like, no, just fall and stay down.
And he just kept getting up, and he kept taking the blow, and they're just like, Coach, throw the towel.
He is going to die.
And the coach is like, this is for the kid. He wants this. He can still pull it out.
But you don't even have to go like at the end of that, because that was a big loss. That was his first title fight when he went up against Ricardo,
Bruh.
and he just got his cheeks pushed in, and he just like he gets just like light jabs and like I was just knocked out. What happened? And then Ricardo just like, yeah, I don't want to bring no more shame onto the Japanese, so that's enough sparring. He's like, what? I just got...
I'm not even a 50th of the way there.
Freaking that whole thing with Takamura was just like, he can't see out of one of his eyes. I'm like, no, Takamura.
Is this gonna be forever?
But yeah, there are plenty of instances where people don't get what they want at the end of their journey.
Absolutely. Including our heroes.
Part 3 ended with all but 2 people dead. 3 people.
Part 6 ended with everyone dead. Part 7. What happened there? Part 8. Who knows what's gonna happen there?
I'll say this. Yasuho better. If it is just the world is on fire and scorched, it better be a little circle. And she better be safe in that little circle. I don't care.
We'll see there. But yeah, a bunch of shonen has.
Yeah.
The end isn't what they want. Like little moments throughout the art. I mean, Naruto wanted Sasuke back. That didn't happen. That mission was a failure. And everybody went home broken and crying. Neji and Chochi almost dead. Shika crying over the friends and the failure of his mission.
Complete failure.
Naruto and Sakura just there.
Kiba was there.
Kiba existing.
just like, hey. That's all Kiba is, but that was last video.
Like, you're not always gonna get the happy ending in an arc. But hey, York New City was pretty happy. That was a pretty happy ending. Greed Island was a pretty happy ending.
The end of the chairman election arc, that was pretty happy. At the end of it, the hunter exam, they got their hunter license. That's pretty happy.
And for me, this is always what's kept me invested in Togashi's work. That genuine sense of strife he imbues into the conventions of shonen storytelling.
Pause. Strife into the shonen story. What shonen has it easy? What protagonist just la's their way through anything that they do?
One Punch Man.
But then that's kind of the whole thing.
That's the point of it.
That's the subversion. That's the deconstruction, whatever. But outside of just like a pure meme like that, who?
Yeah, they all face strife. I mean, there was a island in One Piece where it's just like, oh, the toys are alive, but they're people, and all their family has forgotten them.
Whoops.
And now you're just living as a toy with your family, hoping that one day they'll remember you. And if you try to point out that you're part of the family, hey, it's me, it's really me. Get this disgusting toy away from me. And it's dragged off into the factory to work forever.
That's just one arc.
Boy, that's a lot of strife in that one. I mean, there's slavery abound in One Piece. There's a whole human auction. Every shonen faces
Luffy
strife.
stood up to all 3 admirals
Bro,
with a piece of wood.
That shot is to this day one of my favorite manga shots ever.
A piece of wood.
Just a log on his back and just like, hey, you made it.
You're standing in front of my brother. I'm doing something.
I gotta try it.
Kizaru was just sitting there like, what's his plan? What exactly?
What's the end result here?
What's the best possible outcome here for you, Luffy? Think about this.
Well, yeah, I don't.
Yeah, strife.
Like we said, everything faces strife.
That's not even a point. I wouldn't say that the Straw Hats go through adversity as a point of, hey, One Piece is good.
Yeah, why you should watch One Piece? Because the Straw Hats faces a lot of adversity. So does everyone. That means
everyone
literally
does.
nothing. Even Mary Sue Ray, quote unquote Mary Sue Ray, goes through a lot of adversity and strife.
Urza is the strongest god queen wizard. She's still out there struggling with almost every single fight.
Hey, you know, there's a really happy-go-lucky character in My Hero that faced a lot of strife by the name of Mirio. Every time he uses his power, it could kill him. And he's just like, la da 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 da.
He's the greatest and nobody talks about
And
him.
all that work he did is whittled away by one gunshot, and he still goes, protect this girl.
Powers or no, I'm still a million.
Hey, that was moving forward with a lot of calamity in his wake, huh? With a lot of hardship.
Too bad only Hunter x Hunter does it, and thus should be praised for it.
And I think the reason that pain feels so real
You
is
can't
You
compare
can't.
Gon and Killua
No.
to one of the greatest characters in all of Shonen.
Leave him out completely. You're doing yourself a disservice. This is a mistake. Pretend he doesn't exist.
That man's story is so ridiculously good and tragic without just going tragedy.
Without the Ant Queen going, I'm so sad as I'm dying.
Without this little blind girl that's always six changing this super evil king god.
No falcons needed here.
No Falcon needed here.
because it is. I talked about this a lot in my Yu Yu Hakusho video, but he's never made a secret of the physical and mental anguish creating manga has caused.
You can't compare Hunter x Hunter to one of the greatest shonen in history in Yu Yu Hakusho.
There is no comparison.
Because I don't need to say strife and all this bush of why it's good. If somebody is to watch Yu Yu Hakusho and not see why it's good, they're not worthy of my time. That series is godly.
All on its own. You don't need
On
themes,
its own
you don't need
merits.
fates, none of that. Watch the show. You got it? Hey, what are the powers? Well, the powers are this. Can people just manifest powers? Nope, doesn't seem like it. Okay, great.
This is also another one where it's like, why can't people use such and such thing? But there's also reasons why certain people don't even try to. They go, in Hiei Summit the Dark Dragon. There's somebody out there that can survive that, which means it has happened before and people know about it. What? These people aren't just the only one. If there's anybody that has completed their ice training, is Toya. Because we've already faced an ice dude before. They're just trained in this mastery. Unlike Hunter x Hunter, which just goes, here's another power that's just given to me based on Shito just manifests a claw arrow. For what reason?
And you can't even go, oh, it's his personality that manifests the powers. Because then you just go, okay, now he's going to get a whole nother power. Is that also going to be coinciding with his personality?
This doesn't even make sense for something like Kite unless he's got a split personality.
That every single time he used it, they were just like, well, why do you have this power if you don't like it? If it's a hindrance,
why did you do it this way? Why did you do it this way?
And we never got an answer.
him, and particularly in the brutally honest final author's note of that series, in which he details the schedule he had to maintain and the effects it had on his physical and mental health.
Yeah, being a mangaka is terrible. If you've got a popular long running series, I feel like a lot of people have like a shorter series and they maintain a roughly healthy lifestyle, but they had to give Oda breaks because they went, you are going to die from this because you won't stop working. So he needed breaks. Being a mangaka is hard. You're drawing weekly 19-page comics. American comics are in 16 to 19 pages, and it's monthly. You're doing this every week. You've got assistants, sure, but you're doing this every week.
Plus, you gotta write it.
Writing and drawing. And we planning things out in advance. When do you take time for this?
It's too much.
It's too much.
That's why as Rocky got older, I'm like, I'm glad he switched over to monthly. It's lighter.
Indeed.
He can take some time. It's good.
At this point, I don't know why most series aren't just monthly. Just do the amount of pages you would have done in those 4 weeks in a month, because that's basically what Araki does. Instead of 16, you're gonna get 64. It just makes it's such a terrible work schedule.
Physical and mental health, ending with the heartbreaking sentence, "I ended Yu Yu Hakusho because of my own selfishness. I'm sorry." Those words have haunted me over the years. I've always felt conflicted that one of the series that has brought me the most joy also caused its author such hardship.
No, pause. I completely understand that, because you started off this video making videos is such a good thing for me. I'm so happy, even though it's caused me such hardship. If he's not expressing any of the, hey, I'm loving doing this, then stop it. If it's just actively hurting you, you shouldn't be hurting yourself for other people. And he got out of it.
Enjoyment.
And he got out of it, so good for him.
And I bring this up because one of the many things I was not expecting when I uploaded that first video was how the experience would eventually give me a little more insight into what Togashi may have felt. I know what it's like to be in a position that many people would kill for. I know what it's like to have your work enjoyed by hundreds of thousands of people across the world. And I know the deep wells of resentment and self-loathing that come with the feeling that you are constantly letting that audience down. I can't help think of how excited Togashi must have been to see his manga first published, and how differently he would have felt by the end. But in a way, I think that experience is what led to Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter is a series where things constantly go wrong, but it never really...
No.
Unlike other series, where
They don't-
things always go right.
But at the end, everything always goes right. Greed Island, York New City, Chimera Ant. At the end, the heroes won and they walked away.
Mm-hmm.
It always went right.
Kite came back to life. For what? It's fine. And it's bad that it's fine.
But it never really seems to matter, because what matters is that the characters took that initial step in the first place, no matter how badly it all ends.
What ended badly? For who? Of our 4 first main characters, who had a bad end? Nobody.
Leorio's very close to becoming a doctor, and he was almost president of every single hunter. Karapika looks like he's getting most of his clan's eyes. Plus, he's got an unstoppable way to kill all the Phantom Troop members and get revenge. Gon met up with his father, his whole goal, and he is currently a hunter, his goal also. And Killua is traveling the world with his sister. He had no goal, but he seems to be happy. The chairman died. That was pretty sad. They had 3 or 4 interactions with him. That kind of sucks. Homeboy went crazy. Who cares about him? Kite died. Kite came back, negated.
Meruem and
Kamugi.
they had a happy ending.
Yep. Well, maybe not so much for her family, since she's
they're through. They're through.
Hey, why didn't anybody talk about that?
Hey, yeah, what's up with her family?
Kind of forgot about that.
You know what? There's probably some type of insurance policy out on her. She's a world class, the best ever.
But surely we would need a body.
They have a body.
Not at the end of the Hunter x Hunter anime. They're just shown still in that house holding hands.
Yeah. But they can always just go get that body.
Okay, but that's, let's say, 2 months later, they find the body. You think they're surviving 2 months where she's just like, if I lose a single match, I'm killing myself?
Okay, but at the same time, how are they surviving while she was playing with the king for 2-3 weeks?
I don't think they were too worried about surviving in the terms of we need money. I think they were more concerned with they're rounding people up and killing people.
But what I'm saying is, were they earning money? How were they? They weren't doing anything. They were still just sitting still. So those 2 months are just going to be sitting still until they find that body.
No, because now the threat is over. The threat of the ants are over. So now, hey, we need... Because let's look at it in the world right now. Let's...
Okay, but you're also... I'm cutting you off. You're also looking at, like, where the Ant King was is where her family was. They might not know anything about the ants.
No, because Kamugi said, let me go home so I can practice my moves. And they did. They didn't show, like, Shower Poof, like, flying her away across, like, 2 islands or anything. She had enough ability to walk away.
But we also don't know where home is.
I gotta assume it's enough for her to walk there, practice her strategy, and then come back within a day.
I can't say that because they brought world-class people from... They're not all on this one little island. Right. So they had to have traveled some way. They had to have gone get them or had them come there.
Okay, but Kamugi would have to be... No, that's a problem as well. I'm about to say Kamugi would have to be comfortable enough to go home by herself, even though she's blind. But I gotta assume she's never been to that castle.
Yeah.
Dang. Where did this start?
Dude, I was literally thinking that because I was about to rewind and go, what was Wolf talking about?
Initial step in the first place, no matter how badly it all ends.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
And endings is something I've been thinking about a lot lately. I get asked a lot about the future of this channel and if I'd ever consider ending it. And the truth is...
Pause.
I don't know.
Why would people ask you if you would consider ending your channel? Hey, I like you. You going away or no? What?
Yeah, that's a weird question.
Yes. Unless you expressed burnout or something like that.
I was thinking the same thing. Something on Twitter, just like, these videos are really just like, they're killing me. I might need a break. And it's just like, hey, have you ever thought about just stopping the channel someday? I can see that.
Ever consider ending it? And the truth is, I don't know. I don't know where any of this is going. I have as much of a plan now as I did when I uploaded that first video, and if I'm gonna be really honest, I'm more tired and emotionally exhausted writing this than maybe I've ever been. My personal relationships have suffered, as has my output and general well-being, and I don't know how much longer I can keep doing this.
And then you look at somebody like Nux like, 50 videos in a week, whatever, who cares? We out here, baby. And he's just doing this meme crap where nobody cares and lying. And he looked like he's genuinely putting in hard work and it's hurting him.
I feel like I don't know anything about Wolf. He might suffer from depression.
Yeah.
It really feels like that because a lot of times he's talking about things getting him out of dark places, and he's the most emotionally drained and tired he's ever been right now, and it's clearly not because of the channel, but I think he's just drained as a person because of whatever relationship is going on. Blah 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 blah. I think he might just suffer from depression at times.
Yeah, that's his own demons to
Personal,
work
yeah.
through. This is not the place for that.
Absolutely not. I also feel like sometimes you shouldn't put yourself too much out there on the internet.
Yeah, no.
Because people are monsters. There's a really there's something going on in FGC right now, where one of the NRS players, his dad's had cancer, and his dad passed away recently. And one of his friends, one of his quote unquote friends, a few years ago in a alternate account was just like, I hope your dad dies. And the guy found out about it and he got caught and everything. It's just like, wow, what the... But then the same dude whose dad died, that was calling out the dude that's like, this guy said he hopes my dad dies a few years ago because I said he sucked at video game. It's just like, there's a new dude that came up was like, yeah, but you said that my 4-month-old daughter, when she turned 18, you were going to have sex with her. And it's just like, wow, what the... So you put yourself too much out there online, you're going to get dick responses, and it's going to be a problem.
I mean, you could just look at Phil.
Dude, Phil is a tragedy. And now he's just like, I'm not putting myself out there too much because my lawyer said not to.
Piss off.
You are a lie, Phil. Every day you talk about...
You lying sack of crap.
You are
that
just
pissed
a
me
liar.
off so much.
I've been advised not to speak. When do you take that advisement under? Like, you're not doing it, Phil.
You had a whole stream going, I'm going into bankruptcy. That's not too far.
I haven't paid my Connecticut condo in half a year. Where's all that money, Phil?
That's personal.
He hasn't even paid his taxes. He said, I'm behind on the taxes too.
He's behind
Where is
like
that
2
money?
years.
Where is that money going and coming from? Your mortgage alone cannot be enough. Maybe if you didn't have 7 different internet lines, you could save some money.
He's a mess. He is what the NIS system is. Point A, he is a mess.
But what I do know is that no matter how it all ends, I am so glad I posted that first video. I am so thankful for the journey that has brought me to this moment, which is why I think it's so important to find what makes you happy and pursue it with everything you have. And things will go wrong, things will not work out like you expect, but it won't matter because people need a pursuit. People need a purpose.
Kilo one.
And that to me has always been the message at the heart of this brilliant, beautiful series. Which is why I'm so glad I started doing this. And why you should still watch Hunter x Hunter.
I'm sorry, why should we still watch Hunter x Hunter? Because it teaches us that even though stuff might get bad, we should still be doing it.
Sure, and then Killer was there too. -8.
Yeah, I was thinking about the same thing.
Yeah.
Not offensive, but still. Why is everything just like -7 and below? Can we just get like a 3? Just like, hey, yo, this is some good points in this video. But it's just like, it's only -7 and below. Somebody. Yeah, that's just a bad video. It's just more just Hunter x Hunter garbage. I understand the personal thing and comparing yourself with Tagashi and Burnout and all that stuff. I don't know why I should still watch Hunter x Hunter.
I don't know why.
Is it a good series? I don't think you answered that here.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Because characters go on journeys that might not end the way they want to, like so many others shonen. Because the relationship of Gon and Killua, like many other shonens have.
Because of the Nim Beast, which is a very good concept.
I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't...
I every time I see somebody watch Hunter x Hunter for the first time and they're just like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen, I'm just like, how much have you seen?
Like I was about to say, I would love to sit down and just have a conversation with somebody that loves Hunter x Hunter as much as we love One Piece.
That would
just
be,
to sort of pick their brain about that.
I mean, aren't we kind of getting that through these? But no, because the things he said, I could just throw on another series. Mm-hmm. It's like it doesn't show why Hunter x Hunter is unique.
Yeah, nothing does world building like One Piece.
As far as like it's over. One Piece is the mecca of world building.
At the very least, I can say that, and then I can point to a lot of stuff that it does better than most other things. But there's nothing that Hunter x Hunter does better. I can't say nothing. There's almost nothing that Hunter x Hunter does better than anything else.
It doesn't even do its power system better than
the power system is terrible.
Because the power system was an interesting concept, and then they just went, yeah, but whatever.
I definitely think it was too front loaded, because they sat him down in a classroom for like 2 episodes going Nin, Ren, Hatsu, all this crap.
And then you slowly get a little bit more. Here's Ko, you put it in certain parts of your body, blah, blah, blah. But then it's just like, okay, but here, I'm just going to go get a new power. Don't know what we're doing next. Oh, we do know what we're doing next.
Do we?
The other Hunter x Hunter boy. Oh. Even though we said this was probably going to be the last one. While looking at this one, or looking for this one, we ran across like 2 more. And it's just like, we probably got 2 more in us. We probably got the Team 4-star one and this one. And the one we're doing next. Mm-hmm. I don't know if we're doing it next. Because we were going to do it because if this one
was in the barrel.
It's in the barrel.
How about this? Let's do a feel next time. Let's do one for us. Yeah, let's do one that's just like, you don't know Phil, here's a little introduction.
Yeah, we should pick some videos for Phil.
We have to do, I want to do the debunking stream.
That would be great.
Cuz it is such garbage.
See, I was going, we should do his retrospective where he watched his old video.
Those retrospectives are hard. Especially the ones where he sees Panda Lead, he just sort of locks up. He's actively getting beat. like Cass just got a gun on him as soon as Panda Lead comes. I'm like, don't you say nothing.
Oh, look at this moment. Hey, honey. Just a robot shutting down. Beep, So yeah, definitely Phil. That debunk stream is a good idea. How long is that?
It's like an hour.
Well, that's
it's
perfect.
Chunky,
bruh. I am willing to do that now.
I would too, but dude, it's gonna be like 3-4 hours.
You know what? You're correct, because Phil is a monster.
If this was an early session, I'd be like, run it,
dude. Y'all don't know the depth to which we love Dark Side Phil. And you're seriously contemplating doing it right now.